Good morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Microsoft, the numbers itself aren't bad. The guide itself would be okay if the CEO didn't lie and he manipulated everybody. I mean, really scummy. You know, when people do stuff like that, I mean, this is as scummy as it gets. Why are you going to announce a price for something 6 months before you're ready? It's not going to be ready till the fall. Then, why would you be pumping it nonstop, even on this call? And then the CFO comes out and says gradual increase. A gradual increase. Okay? So cloud, they didn't get any better in cloud. They didn't get worse. They didn't get better. They didn't get worse. Okay? Google Cloud was good. Google really ripped nicely. So Google was the one that hadn't moved and it took off. I know some people in the room were buying it. A great call. Okay? So here's the thing is, and I don't trust anybody, but when you file an 8K and say your revenue is going to go to 500 billion, how is it going to get there if all of 2024, the next 4 quarters, are gradual? How does it get there? So he thinks in a year everything gets way better. Strange. So Microsoft is almost like now a nothing play for the next 4 to 5 weeks. Then it'll probably get better. Okay? Just got to pay attention because this one, there were 0 reasons for it to go down. But, you know, I had a message from somebody that told me that they work for a company that asked for the rollout version of ChatGPT for Excel, the $30 version. And people told them it's 2 quarters away. Now, and my thing is, why are you going to give a price now when it's 2 quarters away? I mean that is dummy, right? I mean, it is what it is. I don't care what position I have. This is what I always say. It doesn't matter, okay? So then we see. Then video was flying. It was up to, 464 while Microsoft was talking, okay? And Google did great. Their cloud is getting better. So here's the other thing that people are doing, and you just got to pay attention to this, okay? So Netflix brings out ad-related, and they say that they can make more money on ad-related than they can on regular. Well, first of all, what a lying son of a bitch. They can't make more money on ad-related. You just can't. You can't. If that was true, why wouldn't all TV be free forever for everybody? Why do you need any money for them? You just have Channel 4, Channel 5, whatever, CBS, whatever. They're making so much money. They can make more money on ads. They can't make more money on ads. Okay? And I keep telling you this. All these people that don't watch ads think ads are good. They're not good. Okay? I mean, 90% of the ads are unwatched. Everybody can say whatever they want. I just know it for a fact. Okay? Because I know if you're watching the Super Bowl, and yeah, there's great ads, but half the people in the room at a Super Bowl party leave to go get food or go to the bathroom or something else. They don't watch it. So don't tell me everybody's watching it. Okay? But these CEOs are being scummy and they're lying to you about all this stuff. Okay? So just be very careful. Carvana is the next one because here's the thing. And maybe it goes up, maybe it doesn't. But they came out and they were going to sell they're going to raise $1.2 billion. So if you equate it to the stock, $1 million plus shares. Okay? Way more than that. So they're going to sell all these shares. Then the CEO comes on TV and says, we're only going to raise $360 million. That's all we need. Okay. That's 360 million shares, $360 million. Well, that should have been done the first day. Go look at the volume. It should have been done the first day. And they haven't said a word. So if they're not going to say anything, and then let's say the stock goes down to 30, they'll start selling more. If it goes to 20, they'll start selling more and say, oh, our business is no good. We're just going to keep selling more. Maybe. But that's scummy too. Okay? So the cloud. So now let's talk about the cloud. So what is really happening here? So here's what I know. Amazon Web Services nonstop raise prices. Now I get a message today saying no small company uses AWS, but I think they're wrong. These people are wrong. I know for a fact they're wrong. AWS, Azure, and Google, they just keep raising prices. They just think they can because it's hard to move for the bigger guys. I told you, it's very hard to move. But they're not getting incremental. So if you're growing at 26%, maybe you're growing at 35%, but you're losing enough business that shows only 26% net. That could be possible. Now, if what Microsoft says is true, and this is a gradual move, then we have another 2-3 quarters of nothing before it takes off. Everything takes off. That could, in theory, I had some people send me stuff, they believe that we're going to head lower for the next 3-4 months and then back up. That's conceivable. It's very possible. Okay? So Sam is all about what's possible and what's next. Okay? So now, with Texas Instruments news way down, and then, see, things don't make sense. How can Intel raise prices? Everybody's going to say, F Intel, we're not buying your computers. We're not buying your chips. Screw your chips. Isn't it? You know the funniest thing about Intel to me? You know what the funniest thing about Intel and tech is to me? All these people like Tesla and Google and everybody thinks they can make an AI chip. Why don't they just make another CPU and put Intel out of business? The CPU is 10 times easier to make than an AI chip. Why wouldn't you just make that and put them out of business? Isn't that funny? That just tells you none of this is easy to make. Okay? Now, SMCI has given you the numbers already, and it acted great. It got to 280, now it's 320. We got out. We sold SMCI profit. We sold Lam Research yesterday. Why? Just because. Okay? Just because. You got to sell stuff. Microsoft, those Microsoft options were 4x. All Microsoft options were 4x that day. You got to sell some of them and roll. We did sell some of them and roll. Okay? Now today today or tomorrow you have NOW. It's down 10 into earnings. This is very interesting. It's just a simple comment of gradual increase. What does that mean? Okay? NXPI says good. NXPI says good. Texas Instruments says bad. Intel raising prices implies good. NVIDIA, everybody knows NVIDIA is the good one. It looks like it's the sure play. Everything else is iffy. Even Lam Research. Maybe it doesn't go as much this quarter, and maybe they say we have another quarter or two to go. Then it goes. Okay, but Google looks great today. Google looks good, but let me tell you something on Google. So when Google would have great earnings, and it was up 150 or 200 points when it was back at 3,000, it would always drop 40 points. Google would always drop 40 points after the huge rip. So now it did a 20-for-1 split. So 40 points is only 2 points. It's only 2 points. Okay? So that implies if it pops up to 132, it just goes back to 130. I mean, not a big move, but I'm just telling you history. Not saying that's going to happen. Okay? But definitely, Google is the winner of this. It's the one that hasn't moved. Okay? UPST, how about that move? Stunning move, but the UPST, I mean, this is mind-boggling. I mean, I don't even know what to say to this. I would, let me tell you, if somebody has $1 billion like Elon, he should go sell $1 billion of UPST 350 calls. The 350 calls for January are $1. Not the 70s, not the 100s, not the 200s, not the 350. The stock would have to go up 5x. That just gets you to 300. Almost 6x. What are they doing? Are they just saying, oh, there's a lot of suckers out there, I'm going to put them in $1, maybe people buy them? Interesting, right? Interesting. Okay, so that's what we have here in tech, but you have the Fed now. You have the Fed today. If they do a raise and say, we're going to wait a month, there's one more, but we're going to wait a month, probably rips up huge SPX. If they say 2 more, we probably go down hard. Interesting, right? Interesting. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. Okay? And then the other one today with earnings that should do well, because Google did so well, Meta should do well. And Meta was trading at 315. The problem with Meta is the 320s are $5. It's going to go up. They're going to be $7. So that has to go to 327. So very expensive. Okay? But stocks go up, stocks go down. That's what we know. That's what we know. That's what we know. Okay, let's get started here. Where is that? My SPX here. SPX is down 6. That puts it at 45.60. You have 45.30. You have 44.52 on a collapse. And you have 4,600 breakup on a rip. Okay? On the Fed. Then we see. Avago got to 922 and failed. First test. Does it get through? If it gets through, probably goes to 950. NVIDIA was at 463 while Microsoft was talking. So now you got 463, 469. Lam Research, 661. Meta, 360 and 322. CMG earnings. Do they guide up food costs? Should be lower. They're going into another country. What are they showing as projections? Got to see. It's a long way out and it's crazy premium, so we've barely bought any. Okay? So we will bought a few. So CMG, 2,200. Shot. Can't get to 71. UPST, 64.69. Okay? UPST never really does good consecutively. It goes up. It went up $9. We sold. Got to sell. Okay? Snowman. Okay, so is this still another month? 3 months, 6 months, 9 months away? I don't know. Let's see. You still have the Fed, and then you still have Lam Research to see how it plays out. 179. MDB, down 15. 409, 416. Carvana, needs 51. Coin, needs 109. Adobe. Does this head back to 490? Needs 532. Baba, just sitting there at 95. Boeing, nice move up. Boeing looks pretty good. Let's see what happens there. Just got to wait and see. The whole conference call is not over. All that stuff, so everything can change. Okay, Pan W, Basic, Zscaler, Basic needs 161. SMCI, 326, 332. But if the market goes down and the Fed knocks everything down, this thing can go back to 300. Google, 132, 136, underneath 128. NOW, this is 614. This is down 44 into the number. Very interesting. Okay, we'll keep an eye on it. 622. Amazon, 136, but this is implying AWS is bad. Goldman Sachs working lower at 361. Microsoft, 353. 353 up, 331 down. Tesla, 161, 156. 156, a big number, needs 172. On the upside, it's really in our do not touch for 4 to 6 weeks because it'll be hard to hold. Enphase earnings coming down 3. Don't know what the news is on it, but it's lower. You had a point in that. You got to trade these guys. That's what we know. That's what we know. Hold on. Let me go to where's comments, questions. Okay, why is Meta up? Meta is up because Google ads were great. Okay. Can't dial in. All circuits busy. Never had this before. Let me call them. I'll let you know. Okay. Microsoft not able to get NVIDIA chips is what I heard from what Microsoft said. Oh wow, that's kind of interesting. But why wouldn't you say that? Why would you say gradual? You just changed the nature of the thing. So we made money, Microsoft, last week, but it took a free shot. Absolutely. What do you think about CMT? I like CMT, but the problem is it put out that thing on United Arab Emirates, the CMGs, and it didn't take off. Okay? NVIDIA strongest of the strong. ENVX, it is moving. ENVX is moving. That's what we know. Okay, everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.